up. Now the Middle Beltans have started and they are speaking up. And you see, this is a game of narratives. This is a game of narrative. We are going to change the narrative of the Fulani. We have 3 tribes in Nigeria. The Igbo want to go everywhere, do their business, pay their taxes, and live a happy life wherever they find themselves. They want to make wherever they find themselves a better place. They come to your area, they work very hard, legitimately they buy houses, legitimately they involve in activities, and they want to live happy. The Yoruba in Nigeria want to be safe. They want to do whatever they are doing, their culture and everything, their tradition. They want to enjoy and live happily in the same Nigeria. The Hausa, they are peace-loving people. They are accommodating people. You go to their place, you see their culture and everything. But it's just one tribe. That's one tribe. That is the Fulani. That wants to just go everywhere and cause trouble. Serious trouble for everybody. Anywhere they find themselves, anywhere you see them, they are troublemakers. And they are now throwing it at our faces because they felt that they are holding Nigeria ransom with their politicians in power, in the army, in the ministries, everywhere. They felt like we are using the Hausa population as a negotiating power to say, yes, we will remove this person. You know, don't you know that those people that are pushing against Tinubu's 1 term, most of them are the Fulanis. These are the political leaders from Fulani. I've said it before. Tell me how many top politicians are from Hausa. Top politicians. We have Nupe, we have Kanuri, we have the Fulani. The Hausa, 27% of Nigeria's population from the north. None of them has an influential figure. How these Fulanis have eliminated these people from the political space needs to be studied. And we Igbos have the antidote of that, their madness. You see, one thing about the Fulani is that they never give up. If it takes 100 years, they will still achieve their aim. They will just do as if they are better people. They will manipulate, they will follow front. If you block them front, they will come back and sit down. They will follow back. If you block them at the back, if it took them 10 years to follow that back, if you block them at the back, they will come back. They can stay 50 years as your friend until they achieve their aim. And this time around, we will even help the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to destroy that narrative that North will remember what. Without the Middle Belt, there's no North. Get it and get it into your subconscious being. Without the Middle Belt, you can never say anything as North. Some of these Fulani, they came on social media, came online, and they wanted to start saying, where is Middle Belt? There's nothing like Middle Belt. It is only North. Before the creation of North Central, North South, or Northeast, we had the Middle Belt region. Everything you see is just a political creation for convenience. It was an Abacha, I think, that created these 6 geopolitical zones for political convenience. I said before that the North and Southern Protectorate, they brought them together because the North could not fend for itself. Consumers and parasites, the North could not fend for itself. We never knew that it was the Fulani, the Middle Belt, were self-sufficient. If you are seeing anything engine room of the North, it is the Middle Belt. They are self-sufficient. So this is a battle of narrative. That narrative that the North remember, we need to separate the wheat from the chaff. We have seen the chaff as the Fulani. Now, Middle Beltans are rising up. And I want to read this post from one powerful Middle Beltan that is pressing the neck of this Arewa. Arewa is not related to Hausa. Arewa is not related to other northern tribes, other ethnicities in the north. Arewa is related, is connected to the Fulani. Let's get that in the way. Nobody should just come and be telling me we're changing the narrative. Don't come and gaslight anybody. Arewa is the creation of the Fulani. She said, I don't want to mention her name, but she's on Twitter. Arewa's greatest weapon is to misuse religion at every juncture you choose to hold them accountable for their actions. They use religion to gaslight you, to suppress you, to oppress you, and to control you. During Buhari's regime, people wanted to go out and protest. They tell you that protest is haram. In Islam, protest is haram. They are using religion. Tinubu enter. They are the ones that the South didn't even protest. It was the North and these same people. Some of their religious leaders were preaching protest. Protest can be halal. It may not be halal. They started going, that their manipulative way of interpreting protest. They started moving from front and back and front, coming back, and they arrived at the point whereby they started protesting. Protest in the North, they even were sending messages, cryptic message, carrying Russian flags and putting it here and there. This same Fulani conquered North. I know I'm calling the Fulani. This is what she said. They use religion at every juncture so that you cannot hold them accountable. In the Middle Belt, we have brothers who are Muslims, Christians, non-believers, and traditionalists, amongst many other sects. But you don't see us misusing religion. So is in the Southwest. You have Muslim, Christian, non-believers, traditionalists in the Southwest. When there's a protest, they come out and protest. Aside what APC Ronu is doing, that's a political thing. But most Yorubas do not agree with the APC Ronu. So it's not an ethnic thing. It's a political thing. What is happening in the Southwest? When they say come out and protest, both Christians and Muslims all look at this NSAS. Did not say we are not being attacked, affected by the NSAS. So this one that we are not doing that because it was under Buhari's regime. They refused to come out to join the NSAS. Only Abuja, the Middle Belt, participated in the NSAS. That is to show you those that are really the cog in the wheel of progress. When we talk about progress in Nigeria, the Fulani are at the helm of it. They feel that they have little positions in the army, little positions in the government. They have an article, they have a Buhari, they have as many as they have them in the North. They are the governors, they are the emirs, they are the vice chancellors. See, another one shocked me, Paso. I did my research and I saw that the Fulanis are more educated than the Hausas. Aya. How did they arrive at this point? And before your face, they will use religion to gaslight you at every juncture. Hypocrites. The South practice Islam, but why is it that theirs is different from what is happening? It is this Fulani. They are pushing a narrative that the North will remember, the North will do this. Which North? Which North? Without the middle belt, the core North is nothing. Because what they produce, what they bring to the table is criminality, looting, terrorism, and banditry. That's what they bring to the table. Amongst all these other tribes, what does the Fulani bring to the table? The more reason why you see that they go and import their brothers, they import them from left, right, center to Nigeria, so that there will be many. They permit enter customs. These guys, it seems they have meeting where they plan all they can. They position themselves in customs without their. I've tried my best to describe a Fulani to you. Don't come and tell me that there are different kinds of Fulani. Whether educated Fulani, the bush Fulani, Oga, all of them is working together for a particular purpose. It's like they have a place they do meeting whereby they fix themselves in different in the immigration. They fix themselves in the customs. They fix themselves everywhere. One thing I like about Tinubu is that Tinubu is hitting them hard. Lagos Murtala Mohammed International Airport, before Tinubu, during Buhari regime, if we were coming back from whether abroad, from other states or whatever, you think that is a northern establishment, is a northern agency. Go and come almost Yoruba everywhere. If change them, first time that a Southerner is customs controller. First time a Southerner is custom controller. Go to the customs now. Look at CBN. Look at the reformation. See, for this one, we need to support Tinubu on what he's doing. That CBN needs to remove them because nothing they bring. All they are doing is that they are trying to fix themselves in strategic positions in power, so that at a very, very good time, whether it's 50 years from now or 100 years from now, at a very, very good time, they can strike and they can hit and they can do what they are known to do. The Igbos are one of the people that have made sure that we expose all those their gimmicks. I've said it before and I'll repeat it again. The Igbos are the ones that have made these guys not achieve, or they have made them slow. We are becoming a problem to them. When you talk about this, fundamentalism, they see. What we need to understand at this point is that everybody needs to rise up and make sure the narrative, we address the narrative. Let's move on. People say religion is a pathway to God, but at every tunnel, Arewa sees religion as a pathway to land grabbing, terrorism, and other justified acts of criminality. It is not me that said this. It is a middle belter, an activist, a lady. People say religion is a pathway to God, but at every tunnel, Arewa sees religion as a pathway to land grabbing, terrorism, and other justified acts of criminality. No region in Nigeria sees terrorists as freedom fighters, corrupt leaders as messengers of God, and pedophilic acts as an honor to religion, except one region. You say requotes if you know them. We know them. You see terrorists as freedom fighters, corrupt leaders as people God sent. That's how they use religion to cover their act. I don't know. I was watching an Hausa protest. I was watching Hausa people protest. Somebody like me, I'm an intuitive person. I can look at you and I can determine so many things from just looking at you. I might not be perfect, but at least I will get something from you. I looked at their body language and their person. These guys are easy to deceive. Very, very easy. And they are easy to be used. They look like weak people. I don't know what this Fulani use for these guys. I don't know. That's why it's easy for them to. This lady says that religion is a pathway to God. At every tunnel, Arewa sees religion as a pathway to land grabbing. She's saying the truth. Land grabbing, terrorism, and other justified acts of criminality. Look at Buhari as a president. Wanted to start grabbing land, water resources, grazing routes. You open grazing reserves, grazing routes, water resources under just one president, because he's a matron to Mietiela. Mietiela, an organization that embodies the Fulani. Even the Mietiela was moving up and down as if they are the president. Oh God, what happened after Tinubu got into power? Are you hearing that these Fulani people are attacking? Have you heard? How many times are you going to hear? Because these guys are empowered using religion, using whatever to grab land for terrorism and other justified acts. Thank God for the South, especially the Middle Belt and the Igbos. If not, these guys will find ways to enter everywhere. They will even make him out and saying the Southwest is a walkover. Who told you Southwest is walkover? You don't know the Southwest. I've studied the Southwestern, the Yorubas. I've studied them very well. You can't walk over. They are going to play you that politics. I'm telling you. If not for the hostile nation, if not for the hostile nature of the Igbo man, Southwest will have had this alliance with them. Not even, I'm not talking about politicians. Politicians, they have a plan, they have a game, they have what they want to achieve. That's their own problem. I'm talking about the Southwesterners. You cannot run them straight. The only thing that happened during Afonja happened during Afonja. This is another dispensation, another generation. Those your olden days format, the Fulani using to enter people with religion, they tried entering the Southeast. If like appoint Igbo as the Sultan of Sokoto. Don't stop at the National Mosque Abuja. Don't stop. If like appoint Igbo as the Sultan of Sokoto, we are watching you. Those are Igbo brothers. We are watching you that are joining Muslims. Yeah, okay, join the Muslim, but don't bring it to the Southeast. It is a no-go area. We don't condone such acts in the Southeast. You don't come and start playing us. We saw what you did with the Hausas. If you are using juju for them, use juju for. They let the juju work for you in the north. The juju cannot come into the Southeast and work. Look at what happened with Okorocha and what Hope Uzodinma is doing. You're watching. Islam cannot have a foundation in the Southeast, because we know those that are bringing the Islam. We know they have been exposed. They are using it as land to grab land for terrorism and other religious, other justified acts of criminality. That is why we don't want the Islam. Not that we are against religion. The people bringing it have an ulterior motive. They thought that Tinubu is a fool because he's a Muslim ticket. They can move him up and down. They don't know that he's Jagaban and he's showing them pepper. If like let Buhari and the North rally together and say we don't want Tinubu 2027, my brother, Tinubu will still win. We cannot have an alliance with the North because the North has somebody controlling it, which is the Fulani. The more reasons why the Igbos cannot have an alliance with the North. If it's just the Hausas and the Middle Beltans, we can have an alliance with the North. But for the fact that we see delays, we see Fulani for delays, no, we cannot have. The only issue we have are these political creations like Afenifere, like Ohaneze, like Pandev, and all these political creations of the Fulani hegemony. They are the ones that can pander to the instrumentality of the Fulani. You cannot use Ohaneze if you want to. If these Fulani people, because I believe that their influence is their grip on Nigeria. The Tinubu government is making sure their grip is not strong. Their hand is removing their grip. Their grip is being removed. If they want to come through Ohaneze, we will banish Ohaneze in the Southeast. That is just simple as ABC. If they try and come through Ohaneze, we will banish Ohaneze in the Southeast. They don't try it with Afenifere. They can't try it with Pandef. Look at what these Fulani controlled region did to Nadeko and their leaders. Look at what they did. And you think we'll just keep quiet and they just push that narrative, and they have started entering our brothers, giving them juicy, because of they are politicians, they give them juicy contracts and everything. Convert, brother, Ilyasu, convert, you convert. They find way. They used sex evangelism during the Biafran War. They used sex evangelism during the Biafran War to enter Igbo land, the Southeast. And these are the people that don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. If it's left for a Middle Beltan on the Hausa people, they don't have any issue with Nnamdi Kanu in custody. But this Fulani, these guys, man, I don't fear them. I tell you, it is only the Igbo that are saying, okay, if we are going to have a country, we can't stay with the Fulani, with the Igbos. They believe that they have what it takes to colonize the people, or strong-head or everything, or they are bloodthirsty, are blood-lost people. They have craze. They have the Mara, they get Chris. Let them put us in one and same country. My brother, the war will be massive. Will be massive. Then we'll not tell them that if they are going to take this side, we already know where they are taking. If they are going to come through the back door, we are waiting for them at the back door. Anywhere they are coming, they are passing through, they can never conquer Igbo land. They are using the federal government, they are using the Middle Belt, they are using the Hausas, they are using the alliance with the Southwest to want to try and start oppressing the Igbo people. They are users, they use everybody. See, this time around, the pushback will be massive on this Fulani. Everybody has a land in Nigeria. Where is the Fulani land? These guys are strangers. And we have seen, we know their leaders, their political leaders, we know them. They will come out and 2027 and say, vote for me. We will identify this particular thing, because all of them have their alliance. Both Atiku, all of them have alliance with Usman Danfodio, who wanted to conquer the whole of the South using Islam, kill them and grab their land.